Coming up on the next episode. Good Wednesday morning to you all, YouTube. It is 10:25 now in the AM on this bright and sunny day. Yes, it is bright and sunny. Temperature's still not great, but it's in the 40s, I believe. Let me check. I haven't checked since I got up, and that's been a while, so I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, but today I feel much better. And let's see what we got here. Oh, it's up to 52. Yeah, hey, it's getting there. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd do this type of intro. I haven't done this for a while. I don't know, just haven't felt like it, I guess. But got several things I'm working on. I actually worked on several things yesterday, even though I wasn't feeling well, because I could do them from the comfort of my chair in the living room. And well, you know, there's not really much difference in not doing anything and doing something sitting there. So that's that. I've got several, like I said, things going on. 3 things that I've been working on, and I want to show you that with the other camera here, and we're going to get into that and see what's happening today on this Wednesday. So stay tuned. All right, well, as promised, I am here at the bench, and I have the items that I wanted to discuss here. This is, I don't know if you can tell, but these are knobs. Let me get the original, and you can see. Here's the original. This is, I'm going to say this is the last one I printed right here. Now, I ran out of black, and I had to go back to my what was left on the gray spool, which was plenty enough. In fact, I've got enough to print another one if I want to. But these here are the last ones I printed, these gray ones. But you can see that's pretty much an exact match there for that. It obviously is not the right color, and it hasn't got the center insert, but Bob says he can print those center inserts and send me a couple of those in the mail, so I will have those. I had to do this. Let me go back a little bit. I asked Bob about this. He had some kind of program that would make these knobs up, and this is the first one he sent. He sent this to me, and he said, print this and see if it works, and it does. But as you can see, there's no skirt on it. The skirt is missing, and I said something about that, and then he provided another, file, and I printed this one, but it had a problem with getting down all the way onto the shaft, and I thought it was just the, let's see, maybe that's not it. Well, okay, this is the one. But you can see there's no cutout here like there is on the original. You see the original has a cutout there. This one doesn't. And so I added the cutout to this, and you can see that works out much better, and it allows the knob to go back in there like it's supposed to. Now this one was printed with support, and I don't like printing with support. As you can see what it does there to the print, it's not really good at all. And so I ended up printing this last one that I printed, which is this one here. I printed it on its edge like that. So that's how I did that one. And it worked out all right. It is fine. I can paint these real easy. You know, spray paint black. Not a problem. And that would make it look just pretty much like that, except for that, again, centerpiece. And Bob is sending those. So, and I've got some set screws coming. You can see there the set screw. And I'm going to put a hole in here and run a set screw in it, and we'll see if that doesn't fit. Now this doesn't have to be really tight on there, because I'll never ever use these. This is just for show, and just so I'll have a set of matching knobs on it. It's not a big deal one way or the other. But that's what I was working on, playing around basically, because you know it's fun for me to get in there with Tinkercad and do things like this. And like I said, he gave me the basic STL file for this, and in fact he added the skirt to it and provided me another one. Then when he did that, I used that and just put that in Tinkercad and made this hole here, and also made it a little bit deeper down in there because it was having a little problem reaching the end of the shaft. And so, but I think that's going to work out pretty good. I'm pleased with that, and like I said, once I hear somebody going by, once Bob gives me the what he calls, I can paint this one, and I think this is the one I'll probably end up using. But like I said, I have the set screw coming. In fact, I have some longer. They're 440 screws, and I have a longer one to get in there so I can make threads inside here. I actually may reprint this as solid. This is only a 20% infill, and I'm afraid what happens is when you drill into this, there's just infills all you got in there. It's not really a solid material, and the set screw is not going to hold much, and that's the problem I'm going to have. So if I do it, I'll make another one with a solid infill, and it will be just a solid plastic knob then, and when I drill into it, it'll be just solid plastic, and it should work much better that way, I think. So that's what's going on there with the knob situation. So that will give me a good set of matching knobs there. And again, it's not the end of the world if they're not perfect, but I just wanted something there. Let me show you what it looks like on the over here. Let me do the black one. The black one looks better actually. But you can see there's what it's going to look like. Like I said, now this one doesn't go all the way back in there. Again, that's one of the reasons I reprinted. It has a problem here. That's why you'll see this one's cut all the way through, because that one will go all the way back in there. But then, you know, it's going to be, that's how close it comes to the end. Of course, one time you put a silver insert on that, it won't show anyway. So I could actually use this one. In fact, I may do that. That one works really good. So we'll see. Once he sends me the inserts, we'll see how they fit, and we'll go from there. But like I said, that's a pretty decent knob right there. I may just settle for that one. I think this one's 80% infill, I think is what I set it at. So anyway, whatever I come up with, that's what they look like, or what will look like, I guess. And that'll be good when that's done. So, alright, that's that part. Now, the other thing that I have been working on is the frequency counter for the 970. You can see there, let me go back down here a little bit. There we go. There is what it's going to look like, and I haven't got the holes cut for the BNC and the power, but other than that, that's pretty much what it's going to look like. Now, I did purchase a filter, a red filter for the front of this window opening to actually, because these, I don't know if you guys have seen these, but these things are really bright if you don't have a filter in front of them. And so I just soon have a filter, and I bought a piece of red plexiglass filter material, and that's here. Now, the only thing that's wrong with this is it's thick. It's 1/8 inch thick, and I've already test fitted it with those screws, and I think that will work. All I've got to do is cut a piece of this out, try it, and I'll cut 4 holes in it to fit in there, and I think that's going to work rather well, I hope. But you can see I do have screws in the top of this, and that will make it easy to access the inside. In fact, let me take the screws off and we'll see what it looks like inside. Okay, there's the inside of the box. As you can see, I created it with 4 standoffs kind of molded into the corners to attach the top to, and that worked out rather well. Of course, there's the top, and that looks nice. But you can see there's what it's going to be. Like I say, I'll have the filter. I'll make the filter probably from here to here, and then cut the holes out using the this as the template to make the places to cut the holes, and that should work out rather well. Of course, now these wires will connect to the power. I think this is the power on this end, and then the signal, the power on this end and signal on this end. And I think that's the way it works. But like I say, I'll just put them on the side. That'll make them easier to get to, I believe. And so I haven't totally decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I know the BNC is going to be used for the signal. I just don't know yet. I'll tell you what, I can't get this camera where I want it. And but anyway, I know the BNC is going to be used for the signal, and I'm not really sure how I'm doing the power wire yet. I may just stick it out there and let it kind of hang in the breeze until I decide what I want to do as far as how to hook it up. It's a 9-volt type power supply, so I have several wall warts I could use, but I hate to use a dedicated wall wart just for that. But you know, I don't know. Also, a possibility of getting the voltage from the 970 itself, but I kind of discounted that because I don't really want to tear into it and do a modification like that just for this. I think it's a separate power supply is the way to go for this. So that's my opinion on that. So there you go. That's a good look at the box I made for that. Yeah, I made it a little bit deep, but again, like I said, there'll be a BNC here and some sort of power connector or wire coming out for the power here. So that's one of the reasons I made it like I did. And again, it's going to have. I'm going to have to raise that shelf up. That's not a big deal either because it's very easy to do the way I've got that designed. So that shouldn't be a problem. And like I say, I could sit this on top of the 970, and it should display just fine. Now I'm thinking about putting a sheet of one of those Velcros right there in the middle, just to have something to hold it there. And I may even cock it a little bit off center to kind of like what the HP and the this setup over here is. You guys can see it. It kind of, oops, here's my problem. You can see that it kind of sits out this way a little bit and gives me a better viewing angle of it. And with it in that shape, I think I can see it much better. And I may do the same thing over there with that, basically set it like that to where I can see it a little easier. And I think that might be the way to go with that. So again, with the Velcro on there, I can just sort of put it wherever I want it, and then it'll stay there. So that's good. I like that a lot. So alright, that's that. Now, you probably caught a glimpse of this as we were scanning around here. You may recall that I had this all messed up. And it was totally messed up. So what I did was to sort all that out, and I've got it all completely wrapped now, but I think I'm going to, again, here I go. I can't get this where I want it at. I need to bend that over a little bit. There we go. Alright, but anyway, I'm going to take it apart again. That's why I've got this roll here. I'm going to wind the cord up on the roll and redo it. And for one thing, I don't like the way this is. This shouldn't be here. It should be here. And this one should not go that way. It should go right there and then go around. And that's what I'm going to do, is rewrap it that way and have it all like it's supposed to be. Now this one here for the external antenna, what this does is it's only a couple wraps, and it goes right in the middle of your other coil winding. So about halfway when I was doing this, I put this coil, or this little, like I say, there's about 2 wraps around, and put that in the middle, and that way it inductively couples to the actual loop antenna, and that's how you connect your external antenna to it, and that's the way that works. So also what I want to do is paint this right here on each corner. And I'd like to, I asked Lexa yesterday if she had any nail polish, so I was going to use that, and she said no, she has her nails done. You know, women are getting lazy, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say too much about that, but anyway, like I said, that's what I'm working on there, and I want, like I say, once I get this how I want it, I want to put some. I've got some model paint in a drawer there I've never used, and I can use that and put a dab of paint on each corner, and that will keep that fairly well stable, I think, and should allow it to stay there. It will stay there right now. I mean, it's not falling off or anything like that. So, you know, it's just a matter of getting it done. And I haven't soldered these back yet. I've just got them wrapped around there to hold it temporarily until I get it exactly the way I want it. But I think that's the best way to do that. Go around that way and then come around, and then when this one ends up, it'll come up to here. I think that's the way it should be done. So I've got probably pictures of that, and I may even look at those to see, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So, all right, that's that part. Now, the only other thing I've got on the bench is the Packard Bell itself. And gotta turn that down. But anyway, I've got the Packard Bell sitting here, and I may work on that some. I don't know. We'll see. One of the things I need to do is make that top handle piece, and I could do that on the 3D printer, obviously, and get that working. And so, I don't know. We'll see. But that's some of the things I'm working on here on the bench. Unfortunately, they don't involve the MFP at all. But again, they will. I will come to the point where let me do that. I want to set up a demo. I want to show you what this. I've kind of alluded to the fact that the frequency counter is not exactly working perfectly on the MFP, and I've had some observations from people that say this and that about why it's doing that. And so let me set that up real quick, and I'll bring you right back. All right, well, there you can see, only thing I have right now is the frequency counter powered up. It is connected to a, what do you call it, a cable, but there's nothing going into it. It's connected to the 970, but it's off. Let me undo that, and I'll show you the difference there. It changes a little bit on the frequency, but you can see what it's doing. And it is on automatic. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I have the IF off and things like that. Now, I don't know if that's picking up stray from this or what, but I do know that it's picking up something, and it's going back and forth. That's the part that's wrong with this. Let me hook it back up again, and we're going to turn the 970 on, and that is right at 455. Now, you can see, again, the when it goes down to the, well, I would say the actual reading is 173, whatever that is. Now, it's staying fairly close there. Let me vary this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It does go up and down with that. So I've got it down now more. 137 is what it's saying now. Let me go up a little bit, and it's going 215 now. So it's basically, like I said, it just seems to be not nowhere near close to what this actually is, because I have measured this with the Heath kit, and it was right on the money at 455. So obviously it's close to, let's see, if I turn it all the way up on that band, it gives me 408, 409. So you can see what it's doing. It is varying with the input, but it's nowhere near what it's supposed to be. Let me turn it back to 455 again. There's your 455 right there. And you can see it's at 189, 181, 179, somewhere around in there. And again, it's just not accurate. I don't know if that's the this. I've tried to play with the controls as far as the buttons are concerned, and you can do that by sticking what do you call it in there, hit that. That's what I get if I hit the top button one time. It really kind of goes crazy, and there's back to where it was. Well, not back to where it was at, but see, it does make a difference when I hit the button, but that's the closest I can get to anything that looks normal. Now, if I hit the down or up arrow here, if I do that, I go back to that, and I can do that. Again, that goes right back to that part. Same thing there. It just doesn't seem to be working correctly. Now, this is the down arrow or whatever the other one is. Now, see, now that's closer to, but see, that's on low. That's the difference there. It goes on to low. that will work as far as if I go up and down now with this, it should vary. Yeah, you see it's varying now, but it's off. It's off a good bit. So, like I said, I'm up to 800, basically 800 kill cycles, and it's only measuring about half of that. So, and that's what it does at 455, I think, is close to about half. So, that's not right. Not right at all. So, again, the only other thing is the set down here, and I think all that does is sets it whatever you have it on. And that's what I did there, but I don't think it really did anything. I don't know why that goes up like that. But anyway, whole point is it's not working correctly. Okay, there you go, no IF, and that's what I wanted. I want to hit the set now. And then we'll hit this again. And go down one more. Filter is off, and that's what I want. That's the display. I think that's correct. Let's try changing the display and see if that makes any difference. We'll set there. See, that doesn't really make a difference either, other than making this smaller. No something. No filter. That just changed the display, so that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure. Let's go back to that, and we'll go back to the other one that we had. Oops, can't find the... There. They're only 1601, 1602 is the only two. 1601 gives the better reading, so we'll set that there. And again, you know, on low you can leave it there and it will work. But now if I go to automatic, which I think I can do from here, maybe not. I thought I could. Let's see if maybe. No IF, filter off. Now this I don't know. I don't understand what this is. I'll try it there just to see if it makes a difference. Doesn't seem to have done so. Again, we're at 455, so that's actually a different lower reading than it was. So that's not right. Let's go back to that again. Let's change that. 12.8. Let's try that one. Well, maybe that's what I'm getting wrong. But no, there you go. It's 211. It's back up again, but it's not where it's supposed to be. Yeah, let's try this one more time. Yeah, 13 is where it was at to begin with. I think that's the default. So we'll set that. Now I don't know how to get to the left or the low and high. I don't know how to set that. It's got to be something to do with this, but I don't know how. Okay, now it's in high. I'll see if high makes any. Well, no, it doesn't. I can tell that already because it's obviously off there. So okay, there's our automatic. Now we're back to where we was, but again, it's wrong. Again, about half, 222. It's at 455. So I don't know. It's again, there's nothing else on the MFP at all, and the only thing running on the 970 is the generator, the frequency generator. Everything else is off on it. So really don't see it getting any kind of a signal input from anything else on why it's doing that. But anyway, that's what it's doing, and that's the problem I'm having with it. So basically, you know, until I figure that out, that's really going to be kind of unusable on the frequency counter. Now I know I have checked that before. When I got this frequency counter, I did an initial test on it. It was right on the money then. I don't know if you guys recall that video, but I did do that, and it worked fine. So something has happened to it between now and then, and I had it in its little silver protective, static protective sleeve all this time, and so until I installed it. So that's the way that's working. So that gives you an idea of what I'm up against as far as that's concerned. So, all right, well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up pretty much. Nothing else going on. Like I said, I may get into the Packard Bell and work on that some more. Maybe try to design that handle, and I'm thinking about doing some recapping on it. So that's where I'm at and what I'm doing. So you guys see what happens when I turn that off, if that makes a difference. Yeah, it went way down, it looks like. Yeah, so it does make a difference. Obviously, the input makes a difference, but not much of a difference. So, all right, like I say, you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.